as Wandi. Today we're gonna present to you our group project. The title of our project is Ministry of Human Resources in Implementation of Minimum Wages in Malaysia. This project was prepared by me. I'm Siti Aishah binti MOHAMMAD and Siti Aishah binti SARAPA, NURSHAFIQA ARIANI binti DAUD, Siti SALWA binti OTHMAN, and NURSHAFIQAtul HUSNA binti BAKAR. The Ministry of Human Resources was led by Datuk Sri M. Saravanan, and the Ministry of Human Resources also has set their vision. It is to be a leader in human resources development and management to the country. The Ministry of Human Resources also set their mission. First, developing a competent, responsive and resilient human capital in human labour market. Second, increasing employability and employment rate. Third, prioritizing the aspect of occupation safety and health. Fourth, ensuring the smooth operation of the nation's market. And the last one is ensuring comprehensive, dynamic and progressive social safety net. The Ministry of Human Resources has faced several problems and difficulties in the public agency. The situation is getting worse, especially in this pandemic, COVID-19 that is plaguing our country now. Suppose that SMEs in Malaysia were reportedly severely affected by having no sales when the government implemented Movement Control Orders MCO as a precautionary measure in reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic in this country. With a string of such scenarios, the Ministry of Human Resources also facing the problem of the rising unemployment rate that is getting out of control. This is a hotly debated topic that often divides opinion. Informed that the impact of the pandemic has affected many businesses to the point of experiencing a decline of the demand. The company unstable economy has forced employers to reduce the number of employees to a minimum because they are unable to pay their salaries in the right amount. It is indeed disturbing and worrying for people who have lost their jobs, especially individuals who are married and have parents that need to be supported. Even to minimum wages is also a problem that faces by Ministry of Human Resources.
Okay, my name is Siti Aishah binti SARAPA. I will continue for the next one, which is planning. What is meaning of planning? It is a process of evaluating relevant information and mechanism to determine the organizational objective and decide to effective action. Why it is important? It is because to provide direction and focus. And the next one is to reduce rate of risk faced by the organization. There are many types of planning. For the first one is strategic planning, tactical planning, operational planning, and the last one is scenario planning. Let's go through the point. Ministry of Human Resources planning to implement minimum wages during this pandemic COVID-19. What we can see in short term planning by human resources is to stop the minimum wages if the economy not stable. It will be different in long term. There is to reuse the minimum wages after the economy stable. So, those involved in making it success are Ministry of Human Resources and also Malaysian of Employers. In addition, what we can see in this time frame, it is the effect of minimum wages, either good or not to the citizen. The last one is the objective of human resources is to ensure the stability of the country economy growth.
I am NURSHAFIQA BINTI DAUD. Now I want to explain about organizing in human resources. The definition of organizing is an efficient way to manage organizational resources to achieve the objective that have been planned. Then the concept of organizing are usually referred to as the structure process, the group of people, and the management function. Effective organization depends on the mastery of several key concepts, which is work specialization, chain of command, authority, delegation, scope of controls, centralization versus decentralization. These concepts are based on Henry Fayol principle. Next, the relevant strategies. Human resources need to find relevant strategies to solve the problems during COVID-19 pandemic season. The leader should make wise decisions. Firstly, they should begin to change their business or work size. This is because buyers will choose to buy online as practiced during MCO. Companies need to change their mindset to digital as traditional business will be no longer effective. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic has seen many employees lost their jobs. Then, divide role to each department. Each department of Ministry of Human Resources need to send each of its department leader a role to play by submitting their respective report on the implementation of the minimum wage. To deal with this issue, a leader can supervise more workers when there is a need for low interaction in the area of centralization and decentralization. The leader have full authority to perform all the duties performed by employees. This shows without such formalization, the Ministry of Human Resources will face the problem that need to resolve. And formalization is a common way of achieving vertical coordination.
My name is NURSHAFIQA HUSNA binti BAKAR. I will present about decision making. Decision making can be defined as identifying problems and finding alternatives to solve the issues. There are 3 levels of management that have power to make decisions, which is top level management, middle level management, and lower level management. Top level management responsible in making wide decisions and establishing plans and goals that related to the entire organizations. Secondly, middle level management that responsible to manage the work of first line managers. Lastly, lower level management that responsible to manage the work of non-managerial employees such as supervisors and others. There are 2 types of decision making, which is program and non-program decision making. Program decision making is the well structured program that have arisen before, and non-program decision making is unusual occasional issues that just arise. In making decision, there are 3 types of decision making, which is certainty, risk, and uncertainty. Certainty is where we have information that enough to make the best decision. Secondly, risk, which we have only limited information to make decision. And lastly, uncertainty, where we have very poor information to make the decision making. Lastly, the importance of decision making is to achieve organizational goals or objective within a specific time and budget. Decision making also can motivate employees to work hard to achieve the goal. Lastly, decision making is the best alternative and the solution to solve the problems and issues that arise.
Hi, I'm Siti SALWA and I will elaborate to you about the controlling function that has implemented by the Ministry of Human Resources to implement the minimum wage about the definition of the concept of controlling. According to Stoner, control is a process or mechanism to ensure that actual activities are performed according to the planned activities. Other than that, controlling function is conducted in various types of organization to help manage, monitor, and ensure activities that conform can achieve organizational goals and standards. There are several importance of using the controlling function. First of all, it is worth considering that controlling assists the Ministry of Human Resources to accomplish the organization goals. The minimum wage policy shows the government commitment to more comprehensive and reduce poverty as income in line with the new economic model policy. To conform to the minimum wage in Malaysia, the employer should not pay the worker lower than the minimum wage rate, and every employer needs to be reminded that basic wage is excluding overtime, assisting allowance, and another benefit. Following that, MOHR decided to take intervention step by implementing minimum national salary, so there will be no issue regarding the corruption of paying salary. There are 4 steps in the controlling process that can be used to solve any problem or issue facing by the Ministry of Human Resources. First and foremost is the Ministry of Human Resources need to establish performance standard and objective to further organizational goals. Due to coronavirus disease that hit our country, many businesses are affected and caused the company's revenue to decline sharply. This caused most of the companies to not be able to afford the minimum wage and have to reduce the rate of worker, which caused the number of unemployed to increase. Therefore, according to Datuk Sri M. Saravanan, who is responsible for Human Resource Affairs, the government has developed a wage subsidy program as a solution so that the stimulus package announced earlier is not affected. The next step is the Ministry of Human Resources need to measure and compare whether the actual performance which has been established and reach their ultimate goals. A constant monitor and evaluation need to take as a step of corrective measurement if things are not working as planned. The measurement step that has been taken by the Ministry of Human Resources in ensuring that the objective standard that can be achieved is that the wage subsidy program has been broken down into several categories as an initiative to help the survival of workers. The third step is compare performance with standard. The stage of comparison defines the degree of difference between the standard and actual performance. This step managed the Ministry of Human Resources to detect any difference and corruption happen within the process. In particular, the Ministry of Human Resources revealed that there were employers abusing and made false claims the wage subsidy program. This matter was detected through Social Security Organization (SOSCO) when one of the workers complained their worker neglecting to pay the workers' salaries despite receiving the wage subsidy program aid. The last step is in the control process is to take relevant action. In this matter, the Ministry of Human Resources needs to take a corrective action immediately if there are any contradiction within the standard of performance and goals. The corrective step can minimize damage and keep them from occurring in the future. According to the Deputy Ministry of Human Resources, stern action will be taken against employers who are found abusing the wage subsidy. Based on the stern action, the employer will be penalized. That also includes the termination of aid.